Hey there, it's Carrie Rhodes here for Trinity Stamps. Welcome back to our YouTube channel and our full release video. Today we're looking at everything all together in our April release. It's outer space theme and I have a ton of design team samples to share with you. This is a great video. So we're going to start out with our stamps and move through all the new products. Let's get started. First up is our Abducted stamp set and die. These two come together. When you get yours, you are going to have the stamp set and the die set in one package. And these are going to stamp and die cut out, and they're going to go with a die set called Tiny UFO, where you can put these characters. You've got the person that's just, floating straight up. You've got one that's like, we have two different cats. We have a dog right here. And then you've got this person, it's kind of being like, they're like asleep and being sucked up. And we've got some little circles here that can be used to help create a scene or add to the tiny UFO. And then our cow, of course, quite popular. And then you've got the little alien that can sit in the tiny UFO, which I'll show you when we get to our standalone die set. So this is going to be a really fun set to use with that, or maybe even things you already own. So that's a great one. Let's look at some examples from our design team. That's what today's video is all about, is showing you the amazing creations from our designers. Next, we have our Love You to the Moon stamp set designed by Love Danny. It's word art. So you've got this sentiment here that says love you to the moon and back. And then you have your images built in, the moon and the stars, a shooting star, some sparkles or shines, and all of the letters are fun for you to be able to color in or maybe emboss on top of a really cool background. So we love these word art sets from Love Danny. And this one is just so cute. We have a lot of creative samples for you. So we're going to take a look at those right now. Here we have our Your Stellar stamp set. I love the nostalgic feel of this. It reminds me of something I probably had in my sticker book when I was little. We have our little alien here in the flying saucer with some tractor beams coming down. You have a rocket blasting off with this cute little puff of steam or smoke. And then you've got this planet that's a heart. I can't love that enough. Oh my goodness. And we have sentiments. I've searched the entire universe and I can confirm there is no one as stellar as you. Plus we have these great little images in here that you can use along with it. And my fave, the shooting star. So cute. All right, then of course there is a coordinating die set. I love in particular this heart die because it's going to cut out a heart frame as well as a solid heart. That's going to go perfectly right here. So you can paper piece on top of that if you like. So let's look at some cool cards, or stellar cards, should I say, from our designers. Okay, how about out of this world? You cannot have a space release without having some planets, right? So here's our stamp version of the planets out of this world. You've got all the planets. You've got this little I want to call it like a black hole or a little, I'm sure there's technical names for these things that I just don't quite know. You have this stream of stars there, and then some sentiments: dream big, cosmic birthday wishes, you're out of this world. And I love that we have the little pieces that help you build the scene, and some little asteroids there, or meteors as well. And you've got the Earth. I love it. And of course, we do have the coordinating dies to die cut out all of those things, even solid circles. Even though you probably have solid circle dies, you know you're going to have the circle that you need that fits these planets exactly, which I so appreciate. So out of this world, I bet there's some out of this world cards for us to look at now from our design team. Another orbit is our next 4x8 set. I have used this one a bunch already, and it's got these 4 really cute astronauts. We have the words happy birthday, congratulations, it's your time to take off, and then even a sentiment you can fit on the astronaut's flag there that says another orbit complete. Perfect for birthday cards. And we always like to include those fun little pieces to help you build a scene. So we've got a little planet or moon here, another smaller planet with the ring around it, and 3 different stars and a little shine. So isn't that so fun? They're all really cute little images. I love this one taking off with the balloons. This one's riding a rocket with a flag, so you can put the sentiment on this flag as well. You've got kind of a shooting star here. This one has like a rocket jetpack, and of course the one standing on the moon is just so adorable. And yes, we do have coordinating dies for you to die cut out all of the pieces in this set, even the tiny things. So there is another orbit. Let's see some card samples with this. For all of you that love our gnomes, we could not leave the gnomes out of our space release. So here we have our Astronomical Gnomes. This one, they're all birthday and they all have balloons. So this one's got a balloon here tied to his pack that's a rocket. This one's holding some balloons that are planets. This one has a planet balloon that is letting out air, so you could make him look like he's floating in outer space. We have a little like planet Earth or any planet that you could include to make a scene. We have happy belated birthday, wishing you an astronomical birthday, and oops, I'm light years away. And of course, the little bits and pieces and stars that you can add to your scene. Yes, there is dies to cut it out, and even the sentiments can be bubble cut, which is a favorite among all of you, I know. So there is Astronomical Gnomes, and here's some cute cards with this set. You know, we love punny things here at Trinity Stamps, so when we thought of doing something for the Milky Way, why not a cow? Why not some cartons of milk, right? And look at these fun sentiments. I love you to the moon. Greetings from Couter Space and back. I'm over the moon for you. And of course, we have fun little images in here. I really love this tiny little UFO. And then also we have a lot of images in here that give this a very retro vibe. These fun shapes are just so much fun to play with and make backgrounds with and whatnot. So there's that, and the coordinating dies, even cutting out these fun little shapes. And the word moon, I love it. So this one is just so much fun. Look at him with his little helmet on. It's so cute. So here are some cards our designers have played with this set and made for you. If you love aliens, I'm sure this 4x8 set is going to be one of your favorites. This is called We've Come for Cake. And you can see we've got our little aliens in their UFO, and there's the tractor beam and different things that you can have being sucked up into this tractor beam, like the cow from the farm. We've got the cake. We have a moon to help build your scene, some cookies, which you could also put with the milk from the Milky Way set. That would be cute because there's a sentiment in here that says got milk. And then we have happy birthday earthling, you've abducted my heart. We've got an exclamation point. This is a close encounter of the getting older kind. We have come for cake, believe or I believe, and we come to party. So I think this set is just so funny and so cute. And yes, we have the coordinating dies for you to cut out all of the things in the set. And this piece right here, this die is going to allow you to make a frame for your tractor beam, and you could turn that into a shaker. Isn't that cool to be able to have a standalone die in this set that allows you to transform this into a shaker? I love that so much. So now we're going to look at our design team's creations with this set to inspire you. Okay, this set is so much fun. I'm going to pull it out here. I have an extra piece in here to make another card. So let me show you the pieces in here. We've got our carrot rocket and our little bunny in a little flying saucer. This is cosmic carrots. And you've got your little garden here with the carrots, and you can have him just sucking the carrots up out of the ground. I think it's so fun. And check this out to launch, carrot patch, reach for the stars, and a lot of little retro space images. Super cute. I like this one that's like a constellation shaped like a heart, and the die for it is so awesome. So there's our cosmic carrots. I know the design team is just loving this set, so let's see what they've made. All right, we're going to start now with our standalone die sets. I think these are going to just blow you away. Here we have our tiny UFO die set. You can see the UFO here, and we have all of these pieces you can cut from different papers and layer those on top of that solid base piece to create a UFO with lots of detail and colors. There's even a tractor beam to go with the Abducted stamp set. Remember this one? So you can have these images being pulled up there into the UFO. We also have a sentiment that says greetings earthlings with shadow layers to put behind those letters. This is a great place to use the rip and stick sheets. When you die cut these out, you can turn them into little stickers and stick them down onto the shadow layer. Next Next, we have our tiny alien. I'm sure that he is going to be very popular with you guys. I know the design team is completely in love with that die set. We also have our space saucer die set. This one is so fun because of this frame. You could turn it into a shaker, and the tiny alien fits in here so perfectly. We also have our tiny astronaut with all the fun pieces to layer on top to give this lots of detail, and you can do this in lots of different colors. We have some great samples with these die sets that we're going to take a pause right now and look at, and then we'll come back and look at some more dies. If you loved those, I know you're going to love the UFO Hello set. What we love about this set is that it works with our circle shape card. So you can have this look where you're looking down onto the UFO. Here's the dies themselves. You've got a solid circle that's going to be a little bit smaller than the actual circle card. Great for layering and great for using with this piece right here to create those different sections of that top of the spaceship. You've got an extra circle here to cut an opening there if you like. Accent pieces for these little openings that would be great to put a halo light behind, and the halo light is going to light up those openings, which I love. And then you've got an alien here, the body, the head, the face, and this is like your steering wheel, or I'm sure it's not a wheel, but you know, it's going to help them steer this cute UFO. So there is UFO Hello. Isn't that fabulous? Let's see if we have some fabulous cards from our designers showing off this set. Here we have our flight deck die set. This is so unique and so amazing. You have a piece here that looks like you're sitting behind the controls of a ship, and you can look out these windows and see the planets. It's like you're flying in outer space. It's such a cool die. It has all the things you can use to kind of dress up this console area, and then even planets you can see when you're looking out, which I think is so creative. Plus, it's awesome to have a die set with those planets in it that you can use with lots of the other dies we have in this release. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Die cut out and turned into a card with some samples from our designers. This release would not be complete without a rocket ship blasting off, right? So this is our blast off die set. It's got coordinating sentiments in it, which I think is such a treat to have extras in a die set like that. So we have blast off and have a blast. We have the smoke billowing out from this rocket, which is taking off, has a lot of fire coming out the bottom. just a cute set. So here's the actual dies you can see. Again, you've got a solid piece and then these pieces that you can layer on to turn it into a rocket. Also, you have an option here for a window. You can have the circle or the heart. And these two pieces are what create that smoke. And why they're separate is so that you can use those on different sizes of paper, whether you want to make a portrait or a landscape A2 card, a square card, a 5x7, you have options with that. So I find that very cool, very helpful. I love it. All right, let's see this die set in some card samples from our designers. All right, we are very excited to be releasing to you a brand new emergency card essentials die set. This is the double slider die set, and it has a bonus with it. It has a little rocket ship, so you can start making double sliders right away. So we've got a card or pieces here to make a smaller double slider and a larger double slider. You get two sizes in this die set. This was created by one of our very own design team members, Sarah Liz of Sassy's LLC. And I think that you are going to love this set for so many things in your stamp room. And if you don't have stuff you immediately want to create into a double slider, we've got you covered with this tiny rocket ship in here. Now, on the back of the packaging, there is a QR code. When you get yours, you can hover your phone over this QR code. A link will pop up that you touch and you open that to a video. It's an intro video by Sarah Liz giving you step-by-step directions. So every time you get this die set out, if you need like a little reminder on how to use it, you've got this video. The video is also going to be found on our YouTube channel as well as our website. So lots of places you can find that and get the directions. If you're like me and need a little refresher on what the pieces are for or how to put them together, you've got that. Now, I put mine on two different panels of magnet here because it's a big set and I love that to have my options, and I've got my little extras in there as well. So that is really cool, and we have some samples you can see up on the screen next of how this double slider puts these little spaceships and UFOs into motion. So let's take a look. All right, if you guys like press plates, we have two press plates in this release for you. This is the Starfield press plate, so you can use this with the Better Press system. Put ink on this and press this design into your paper. What's great about press plates is that you can also use them for hot foiling. So if you like hot foiling, these foil beautifully. This Starfield has a lot of polka dots or different size circles that look like stars, as well as little shines in there, and it is amazing. And I feel this is also great for things that maybe aren't a starry sky. You could use this as confetti. You can use this as like a snow scene. A lot of fun to be had with this press plate. I am in love with it. I know I'm going to be using it a lot. We also have another press plate for you called Time Warp. Look at this, just draws your eye right into the center, and it looks like something is taking off at warp speed. This is such an amazing plate, so much fun to use. And again, there's other ways that you can use this besides a rocket ship or a UFO, and I think that you're going to find lots of ways to use it as well. This looks so good as a hot foil plate as well, so you have your options and your choices there. If you don't do hot foiling, you can do letterpress with these, and they look just as amazing. So there's our new press plates. We can't wait to see what you guys make with them and all the fun ways that you'll be using them. But now let's take a look at some cards from our designers where you can really get a look at these and see how to use them. Now let's take a look at the stencils in this release, because we've got 3 different stencils that are really going to help you build your outer space backgrounds. And one of them is called crater layers. You see it right here. There are 3 different layers here to help you build a little crater on your card. You can put your tiny alien on, you can put your tiny astronaut on, you can put your space saucer on there, whatever you want. It helps you create the scene. You've got an asteroid coming in and a little moon you can use. But what we really love about this stencil set is that it comes with a coordinating die. Now the die is going to cut out your crater layer, and you can cut out the whole thing. Or if you did it on the edge of your paper, you can cut out just the top edge. Love that. You can also cut out your asteroid. You can also cut out your moon or planet, however you want to make it. But then, wait, there's more. We have a standalone die that allows you to cut out these little stars and shines and dots and help build up this scene. So that is just a fun addition to this die set that's going to give you so much extra mileage out of this, which I so appreciate as a maker when I have more uses and ways that I can use my products. So there's crater layers. Look at that. Aren't you going to love this? Love it. This is a reimagined set that we had previously released. So we're so glad to have this back in the line. It goes so good with these newly released products. So let's see some samples with this in the mix. I have our space fog stencil laid out for you here. This is a 3-piece set. So you've got your stencil here, and then you've got your masks here, which you're going to need for this because you're going to want to stencil this maybe in one color and then stencil this part in another color. It is a really fun stencil, and you might need some samples seeing this being used to really get the feel for why this is so cool. So let's take a look at those right now. The Space Fog Stencil. Our final stencil is the Halftone texture. So you've got some polka dots here in a pattern that move towards the center, and as it goes towards the center, they become smaller and smaller. It is such a cool stencil, and another one that you can use for all different kinds of things, but we loved that retro space vibe of this pattern and knew that you were going to be able to use this throughout the year with so many different themes. So that's the halftone texture, and we do have some card samples to share with you, and then we're going to come back and we're going to look at some of our brand new embellishments you've probably seen throughout this video. We can't wait to share them with you. Look at this. This is our new collection of Shaker Pop beads. They are so amazing. Different than what you have seen from us before because these are a little transparent. You can see through them a little bit, and they have a bit of iridescent shine to them. So first up right here, we have our Opal Glow Shaker Pop. Can you see that? Look at those, so gorgeous. Then we have our iridescent strawberry shaker pop mix. We have our grapefruit. We have tangerine, banana, kiwi, snow cone, cobalt, hydrangea, pastel shaker pop, and jewel tone. I love the mix of jewel tone. This is the one I showed you up close and personal in our sneak peek day 2 video. Yes, that came out yesterday. So that is a whole new line of shaker pop beads. Of course, great for shakers. They roll around so nicely in a shaker. They make an amazing and fun sound. So we are very excited about these. And again, great for so many different things, but you know we have some fun things in this release you can turn into a shaker. So we're excited for you to get your hands on these and play around with them as well. Okay, this is the first time I am showing you these embellishments in our full release video. We have some really fun clay bits, some mixes, some shiny things. So we have right here our green invasion clay embellishment mix, little like different size aliens. And then we have our pink. So you can pick the color that you like and use that. And then we have some mixes here that have stars and sprinkles in them. So we have one with black sprinkles and stars in it. This is Supernova Sprinkle Clay Mix. Isn't that fun? And it's got some little round pearls in it as well. This one does too, but this one has a softer vibe. The Stellar Sprinkles Clay Embellishment Mix. And then we've got some sprinkles and stars and moons that are clay, but also with some iridescent flat confetti stars in there. Isn't that cool? These are Celestial Sky Sprinkle Mix. So cool. This happens to be a very cool mix, one of my favorites. These are dimensional diamond embellishments. So these are great for your shakers. They roll around, right? They're not flat. It's like a dimensional two-sided rhinestone. They're iridescent and clear. They are just the coolest. So I am in love with that. Then we also have our multicolor meteorite embellishment mix. That's this one right here. It's got those baubles in it. They're clear with a colored backer on it with an iridescent finish. And then it also has some of these dimensional diamonds in it. It's just gorgeous. So there's a little peek. There is actually one other clay star embellishment mix where the stars are clay, but they have the middle cut out of them. They're very cool. So you're going to have to check out the shop today and see all that's new, and you will be so amazed by all of these new embellishments you have for your projects. This last thing is a free gift. It is your free gift with purchase when you purchase the entire Outer Space release bundle. The stamps, the dies, the standalone dies, the press plates, the stencils, all of those things in a bundle for a savings. You get the Espresso Terrestrial stamp set exclusive for those of you who purchase that bundle. You've got your flying saucer here that's actually a cup and a saucer, and you have some fun sentiments. It's been a blast Bean Me Up espresso terrestrial coffee company that you can put on the cup, and brewed for adventure and your little beans. So it's a super cute set. Our way of saying thank you for supporting us and buying that bundle. Now, that's not all we have in store for you for this release. We have a YouTube hop and an Instagram hop with our design team for even more inspiration. I will have both of them linked for you below, and the shop is open. So you can head over to trinitystamps.com and start shopping for your new favorites today. We'll see you again very soon. Bye.